Monica ji, if you were to summarize how you would see the last 5 years of Yogi Adityanath's administration, how would that be? What would be the pluses and the minuses, and what do you think the government should keep in mind going forward?
Mm. I think as far as the pluses of yogi administration is concerned, first of all, as a woman, I think law and order has considerably improved. So I think in 2017, I was on a visit to Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, where the seat of the power is. And happily, I could notice that, everywhere in Lucknow, things had changed so much. So we used to own a property somewhere in Lucknow, and my mom had given me a elaborate, list of instructions that it won't be safe for you to go alone, things might not work in your favor, you can't roam around alone at night, and giving a very anecdotal example. But I think, these are certain things that Yogi has completely changed on the ground. Having my cousins, having really young cousins, college going students, and they narrate me their experience, how Uttar Pradesh has changed. So one very good thing, we can put forth when it comes to the achievement of Yogi administration is the improvement in law and order. I think 1,500 crore rupees have been taken back from the mafia. This is the amount that the government has recovered. Also, if you look at how many big gangsters have been put behind the bars or they have been shot down in encounters, I think that's a good achievement, because as a chief minister, there is a certain degree of requirement that you should be able to instill fear in the minds and the hearts of the goons. So I think there Yogi Adityanath has succeeded a lot. Secondly, I think a good example of Yogi Adityanath's administration would be, just pick any project, whether it is a metro or it is medical colleges or it's, so many development projects have come up in Uttar Pradesh in the last 5 years. And trust me, if I go through the list, it will take the entire, your entire time will be taken in that time. But just look at the Kanpur metro project, look at the airports coming up in Jaipur. And as a strategic affairs expert, just look at the BrahMos missile unit, which is coming up in Lucknow. So imagine the UP defense corridor is doing fantastically well. Philippines has signed up with India to get some of the BrahMos missiles. And, if the chief minister is not very serious about these projects, trust me, on the ground, it's very difficult to execute these projects. So I think that's a very good thing. Another scheme which is quite close to my heart would be the one district, one product, where the chief minister is trying to promote handicrafts, the rural economy, by associating every district with one product. So I think that's a very good example. And we also have a degree medical college coming up in almost every district. This is also in the plans. If we look at the brute stats, look at just the way economics has improved under under Yogi Adityanath in Uttar Pradesh. So, detractors will definitely say that, employment has increased, or, they'll use. So if you torture data enough, you can always twist it in whatever way you want. But just look at the truth of it. Uttar Pradesh economy, it used to be, I think, fifth largest when Sapa was in power. And right now, I think it's almost second largest economy in the country. So I think even in the face of a pandemic, and that too COVID with such a huge population, when the international media was going to the town, literally printing news about how bad it is going to be, how many people are going to die due to COVID in UP, and how the economy is going to suffer. This is completely a turnaround story where Uttar Pradesh has completely surprised everyone, and we actually see, these stories don't come out that much in media, but we actually see change on ground. Since you also
Right.
asked me if there are certain problems, I think as someone who has spoken to a couple of people, one issue with Yogi Adityanath as a person is that he is an excellent leader. He's an excellent, chief minister. But when it comes to real politics, something that people on the ground, the quintessential neta, that is something that he lacks. So there's a problem that, I keep on hearing stories from the babus in UP that how they and Yogi Adityanath are not on the same page. So I think, keeping the bureaucracy into change, making sure all these babus are working towards your cause is something which is an art, which every chief minister must know. But this is one problem with the Yogi administration. Secondly, I would slightly disagree with what Abhishek ji said, that caste is not important. I won't say slightly disagree, I disagree a lot, because I was working on the ground in 2014 Lok Sabha elections. I was working with a political party whose name I don't want to take right now, but I worked with one of the member of parliaments from Mathura. And trust me, on ground, what I notice is no matter how much would you like this to believe that things have changed on ground, caste is not important. Caste is really important in UP even right now. Look at Western Uttar Pradesh. Jats on one hand are trying to, so Rashtriya Logal is trying to make sure that Jats vote for them. But any miscommunication can actually, in fact, if they slightly appease to the Muslim vote bank, then the Jats get angry. And the reason is very solid. We all witnessed what happened in the Muzaffarnagar riots.
Right.
So for everything, Uttar Pradesh remains a sort of a mixed place where there is a large chunk of the hinterland dynamics at work and also the developed dynamics at work. So Yogi has been very very good in making sure that the development dynamics are taken care of. But as far as making sure that that leher or that wave or that
Understood.
Hindutva
Right.
ideology and that solidarity in the name of being Hindu and caste taking a backseat,
Thank you. Points
that is
very well
something.
noted. I'll come back to you in a minute, Monica ji.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.